And welcome to the late night edition with me, Ayushman Singh Jamwal. Big breaking news coming in over the developments in West Asia. But this is Donald Trump's new pitch coming in the aftermath of Operation Sindoor. Donald Trump has once again claimed he ended the India-Pakistan conflict with a series of phone calls on trade, saying he diffused the crisis as it was getting very bad. Remember, earlier also he said that he's not being given enough credit when it comes to diffusing the crisis between two nuclear powers. And once again, as he's speaking at the NATO summit, he has said that he is a global peacemaker, citing incorrectly that he brokered the peace between India and Pakistan, not highlighting the fact that it was India's hammering of Pakistan's military infrastructure that forced the Pakistani side to call the DGMO on the Indian side and pitch for a ceasefire. But Trump, once again, given his inability to broker a ceasefire in Ukraine and in the Middle East, not a lasting ceasefire in these two areas, is claiming credit for the ceasefire between India and Pakistan in the wake of Operation Sindoor. I'm joined by my colleague Akanksha Swaroop on the broadcast. So Akanksha, clearly Trump wants some level of a win when it comes to being a global peacemaker, given the flack he's also faced by launching those strikes on the nuclear enrichment sites inside Iran. But still, at the end of the day, the NATO nations are also backing Trump, given the summit in the Netherlands, where he's being hailed for taking decisive action against Iran.
Right, absolutely. At the same time, remember, he's also talking about trade leverage between India and Pakistan. He's using that as credit to diffuse India-Pakistan conflict, Ayushman. And it is coincidentally coming at a time when he's also talking about how he intends to do trade with Iran, by putting an end to this conflict between Iran and Israel. And the U.S. administration, including the U.S. Vice President and the U.S. President himself at the NATO summit, what he had to say was that he's looking forward to talks with Iran. Is he now going to use this entire conflict to exercise greater leverage over Iran and bring them to the talking table? That is something we'll have to see, because it's interesting to see how at the NATO summit he's again given himself credit. Also, is this a diversionary tactic? Because the Defense Intelligence Agency's report, which is, we all know, is an intelligence arm of the Pentagon, has come out with its early assessment that clearly contradicts Donald Trump's claims of having completely obliterated the nuclear sites in Iran, and the fact that their centrifuges are still intact, the uranium stockpile is missing, and he still doesn't have answers in terms of where that stockpile is. So is he again trying to divert attention by bringing up a conflict which so far seems to have found a resolution, because this is one understanding of ceasefire that is still holding right now. It's not as fragile. India and Pakistan have been peaceful ever since that understanding was arrived upon the militaries of both the countries. And India, of course, as you rightly highlighted, has time and again maintained that it was a bilateral understanding. There was no third-party involvement. In fact, the Indian Prime Minister was very firm when he stated that to the U.S. President himself post the G7 in that 35-minute call, where he presented facts and apprised him, rather reminded him that it was the DGMOs who actually arrived upon that understanding. It was the Pak DGMO who had called up first. So right. There is a deliberate political calculation behind the statement that he's made, and he's doing so again and again. Every time Donald Trump is refuted, he comes up again with that statement, just like every time he's being questioned by publications like CNN, NYT or MSNBC with regards to what is the guarantee in terms of the damage that's been done to the nuclear plants in Iran. He's again and again repeating the same thing. So perhaps he's just reminding himself or telling himself that this is the truth and nothing but the truth.
Absolutely. He's just chest thumping at the NATO summit because he's not gained any significant wins, be it the Ukraine theater of the conflict or the Middle East. And clearly he's hammering this point home that he's the one who brokered this ceasefire to make that pitch to his MAGA base that he is a global peacemaker, even though it's far from the truth. But credibility over these matters are not something Donald Trump is known for. Akanksha, please stay with us, because it's not just now. Back on the 18th of June, he made a similar pitch saying that he brokered the peace between India and and Pakistan and even questioned the media for not reporting it. Listen in.
Well, I stopped a war between Pakistan. I love Pakistan. I think Modi is a fantastic man. I spoke to him last night. We're going to make a trade deal with Modi of India. But I stopped the war between Pakistan and India. This man was extremely influential in stopping it from the Pakistan side, Modi from the India side, and others. And they were going at it, and they're both nuclear countries. I got it stopped. I don't think I had one story. Did I have one story written about it?
Network 18 decimates Times Internet with over 6 times more unique users on social media. Network 18, the undisputed leader of news networks, way ahead of the times.